Southwest Florida's #1 primetime newscast. Fox 4 News at 10.
Tonight, that was then.
I've been elected to a 2-year term. I want to serve this term with dignity, with honor.
This is now, 3 weeks after vowing to stay in Congress despite his cocaine conviction.
This has been a terrible experience. It's been rough.
Republican Trey Radel says it's all over.
I have been focused on work and work and work and running and running and running.
He's stepping down as a House Ethics Committee steps up its investigation into his past.
This has not been easy. My life is available for the world to see.
Trey Radel was just 6 months shy of finishing his first 2-year term representing all of Lee County and Western Collier County in the U.S. House of Representatives. The Republican's resignation officially taking effect 3.5 hours ago. He writes, "It has been an honor to serve my neighbors, friends, and family of Florida's 19th Congressional District. Regardless of some personal struggles in 2013, this year has already been tremendously positive as I focus on my health, family, and faith. Unfortunately, some of my struggles had serious consequences. While I have dealt with those issues on a personal level, it is my belief that professionally I cannot fully and effectively serve as a United States representative to the place I love and call home, Southwest Florida." On November 19th, Radel was charged with possession of a controlled substance after he was busted by undercover agents 3 weeks earlier in October for purchasing cocaine in Washington, D.C. Radel pleaded guilty to cocaine possession and was sentenced to a year of probation. A day later, he checked into a rehabilitation clinic in Naples, claiming that he suffered from alcoholism. A month later, on December 19th, Radel left that rehab, vowing to remain in office. Radel returned to Washington, D.C. on January 7th, and in a one-on-one interview with Fox 4, vowed to finish his 2-year term while refusing whether to answer whether he was running for re-election. 3 weeks later, he has resigned right in the middle of an investigation by the House Ethics Committee, which had unlimited access to ask questions about his past and his actions and could have decided to throw him out of Congress. 4 in Your Corner's Dave Colbreth looking into what happens with this investigation now that Radel is gone from Congress.
Jesse Jackson, Jr. That was the last congressman who resigned in the middle of a House Ethics Committee investigation. And in that case, even though he was accused of embezzling almost $750,000 of campaign contributions, when he resigned, the House Ethics Committee immediately halted that investigation. Will that happen to Trey Radel? Apparently, yes.
Do you think that the Ethics Committee will continue its investigation, or will it cease it?
Well, he's done, and so returning to being a private citizen, there's not much more that they can do.
Laura Weir is a political science professor at Edison State College and says that the House Ethics Committee investigation into the circumstances surrounding the cocaine charge Radel had is probably going nowhere.
Have they ever had someone resign and then they kept on with their investigation and revealed what the results were?
No, to my knowledge, I have not seen an ethics committee do that. Not unless they have some broader, substantial evidence on somebody else who is in office.
And that's the focus of the group Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington.
We've always thought that there should be an inquiry into who was with Mr. Radel for all of these activities, and he said he was sharing his drugs, but he didn't say who he was sharing them with, and as a new member of Congress, the people he was most likely to know are members of Congress and congressional staff.
She heads the group that pushed the House Ethics Committee to investigate Radel in the first place. She says there are many questions left unanswered tonight.
Radel had only been in town here in Washington for 10 months, and how did he meet a drug dealer in that time? Who introduced him to the drug dealer?
And as I've asked before, the person he was with, was it a member of Congress, congressional staff? Was it a man? Was it a woman? We don't know, and now we may never know. For the record, the House Ethics Committee can continue its investigation, but most experts say, as you just saw, just like Trey Radel, it will quit and never reveal what it found. Live, Dave Colbreth, Fox 4 in Your Corner.